Welcome to Level Lounge. I'm Donald Williams. In this segment, we're going to be showing you a pretty common way to go about your sanding system. But to make sure it's absolutely right, we've included the P2500 sanding paper. Make sure that that refining process is done exactly right. A lot of guys want to jump from 15 to 3000. We're going to show you why this is a little bit easier and a little bit more efficient. Go ahead and check the video out and see how it works for you. I'm going to show you a different combination that might be more common for a lot of people. Is the 1500, the 2500, and the 5000. A lot of them that are out there going 1503, there's different combinations. We're trying to show the right way so you guys can step it appropriately, be able to get to that finish that you want to. So when you get to the compounding stages, it's not frustrating. The job is done, it's easy. Now when you're using LP1, it's obviously going to be a bit easier than a lot of the other ones that are out there, but we're going to make sure that the sanding steps and the job is done correctly. So we're going to take 1500, don't forget. The key and the foundation to this is going to be using the interface pad with the piston hook technology. That piston hook is going to keep it nice and flat so that we can level the surface without over agitating or over lacerating the surface, and we can get a nice level surface ready for that compounding step. Ready to go? Now remember, as we're doing sandpaper, we don't want to jack that sander up too high. Not trying to ruin the paper, we're not grinding. We want to back it down a little bit so we get nice, even surfaces. We're getting this down. We don't want to create more heat than we need to. That can, especially on a fresh paint job like this one was painted yesterday, there's still some drying and outgassing that gets done. So you want to make sure that you don't overheat the surface. That causes a little bit extra pigtailing in there because it starts to rubberize that paint. We don't want to do that. So we want to take and level out the dirt, create gloss, not trying to grind this clear coat. We take you can see right there, powdering up nicely. Thanks to the kosher coating technology and the forever disc. We can work that surface back and forth. The idea here is we want to get this dirt out, get it as level as possible without creating pigtails to complicate the polishing process, because ultimately that's what we're trying to get to, is ease of polishing, and sanding a lot of times is easier than polishing. Okay, so we got this thing nice flat. You can see there's no pigtailing going on. A couple little things here. There we go. We're going to go through and refine it using the forever disc P2500. Now 2500 has just come to light over the last year or two. It's not been a popular disc, but it's been one of my favorites because a lot of times, especially on the clears, depending on the clears, all the newer clears that are out there, you can really just jump into this and make the polishing steps a lot easier. It's a dry sanding paper that we can use a lot closer to the Honer disc, and it's going to help on the cost for some of you guys that don't want to spend more of the money on the Honer discs, but or the wet sandpaper is a little bit up there. It's going to help that out. It's going to refine the surface. It's going to make the polishing steps easier. Not maybe as easy as, obviously not as easy as using a Honer disc, but it's going to make your life a lot easier. It's a refining disc. With kosher coating technology, it's going to make it a lot easier. Make it a lot more durable. The surface is going to keep you from getting pigtailing. It's got a nice shallow cut, so we're still cutting, as you can see. But this is made not for an unsanded paint surface. It was made for a surface that's already been hit by sandpaper to help knock down the grooves, the micro grooves left behind by the heavier cut, and refine your previous sanding step. See, the anti-clog is working well. You still see the lines in here. We haven't knocked down all that kosher coating technology. can see how it started to bring back some of the gloss. Now, not quite as high as the Honer disc does. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide this portion in half for those of you that are comfortable with going 15 to 2500, and we're now going to jump to a 5000 just to kind of show you a couple different options. We want to make sure that if we're going to jump to a 5000 grit sandpaper, that 1500's gone, that we're at least at a 2500. We do not want to just take and rub over the top of it and leave all those heavier scratches from the 1500 behind, because the 5000 is not going to do anything if you get to that point. So we're going to take the Honer disc, P5000. That's a fantastic disc. I mean, it's out there doing a great job. It's cutting a little bit better than a typical 5000 that's out there. Creating a more even surface for the polishing aspect of it, but it's really like a heavy compound. So we're going to take and get it wet, just like we did with the Honer disc 3000, and then it's going to leave a nice refined scratch. Make sure that you do this like a compound. Go over it appropriate amount of times. Don't just rub over it and be done. Make sure your job is done here the right way. Now you can see here, there is a difference between that 5000, that 2500 step here. So you look here from the gloss, you'll be able to definitely see a difference between the 3000 and the 5000. Definitely a difference between the 5000 and the 2500. Now, what this is going to do is make that compounding polishing step a lot easier. In a lot of cases, on a lot of paints, just one step polishing. You take a rotary, nice medium soft polishing pad, take the LP1 and you're done. You're on to your next step. We appreciate you guys taking the time to check us out at the Level Lounge. We are showing you this pretty common step by adding one little step into the sanding process to make sure that your guys' finish is going through, so you don't have any unwarranted pigtails as you go through the polishing process. It's going to take that job to the next level, and also as you refine it, it's going to get you that next gloss that you're looking for, that next level finish that you're looking for. We want to make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, so that way you guys can keep up to date with all the next level products that we're bringing to the table. When you guys are ready to go ahead and make that purchase, visit us at www.level-finish.com. Until next time, I'm Donald Williams. We'll see you then.